Hello, it's Katrine with Blend Precisely. Today I'm going to show you our new released feature, which is our production rate and our production time costs. You can now add to your final product costs. And in order for you to basically get the exact amount of how much you should sell your product for into the system, you probably want to calculate a little bit of production time into your production itself. So when you actually formulate, when you do the packaging, and when you do the wrapping of the packets, and also sending them off to your clients. So let me just show you around how you can get your hourly rate into your preferences, and then how I would work with the production time. So we start out here by going up to your upper right corner and click on preferences. And then under preferences, you specify your hourly rate and this could be anything like 12, 15 an hour. It will be definitely different from your consultation fee rate. And you can enter your consultation fee rate here as well. But you might want to then switch it out with your hourly rate at a later point. But in order to get anything done in terms of production, we do need to consider our own time and we do have to start paying ourselves. So by entering $15 per hour, for example, that's not a ton of money, but at least we can calculate some production time in. So here you can see that the $15 now showed up, and you can obviously change it as well in here. Just make sure that you remember that it will always go back to the 15 hours from your $15 per hour, as it is mentioned in the preferences, but you can change it per product. So what I would do, if I click, for example, the refresh button, it will go back to the $15 per hour. So I would just make sure you get into your preferences and set your hours here. And then if you have a different price or a different hourly rate for, let's say, consultations, you probably just would want to change that on a per formulation or per product basis. But in general, $15 an hour, that's a pretty common rate, and that's what you should be paying for, should be paying yourself if you go and create a product for a customer. Now let's just create a very, very simple product in order to go and make it really fast here for you. So I'm just going to go ahead and add 2 ingredients, and I'm going to make almond oil at 99 or 98% and lavender at 1%, 2 here. And then I have the product price here already for a 100-gram product. I'm going to add, let's say, an amber bottle, 100 milliliters. So my product costs of the formulation, just the raw ingredients, is $12.52. My packaging is $1.55. And let's just go down to a regular price analysis here of your costs. So you're basically, without putting anything on top, without any profit, you're at $14.07. Now, let's say the production time itself, it took you around 25 minutes to get everything into the bottle, to get it actually wrapped and sent off the post office, write an invoice, let the customer know that the packages has been shipped, and so on. So this time here, you should consider to include this into your production cost. Now, the production costs are very different if you do a bulk product or just a regular single product. But nevertheless, you're spending the time on creating the product, on shipping it, on putting the labels on, and so on. So at the end, as you can see here, the $6.25 show up as your production costs. And then you can still make the decision, well, is it going to fly or not in terms of the price? Because at this point, we don't have a markup yet. So let's say we're going to double the price. The production costs are being calculated into the retail price here. So you can see it. The retail price includes the cost of goods sold, which is your formulation and your packaging, and plus the hourly rate you have spent or the minutes you have spent on creating the products. Oops, over here. And then the markup factor. So right now, you're at $34.39 for a 100 milliliter amber bottle, which holds 98 grams of almond sweet oil and 2 grams of lavender oil. And right here, you can add your shipping, $4.95, and then you're at a product price of $39.34. Now, keep in mind that these prices are probably pretty high here because these ones are retail prices and you might get cheaper ones. But in general, you do want to at least see what your production time is valued. If you put your time down, and you say, I'm going to pay myself only $10 an hour, and I actually produced two of these products. So basically, it took me only 12 minutes per product. Then your entire production price or retail price goes down. So it's something to consider, to really play around and make sure that you do pay yourself, you put these costs in. If you make, of course, 10 or 20 of these bottles, you might say, okay, I'm spending right now um, 1 hour to produce 10 bottles, and then you will divide up the production time by all the 10 bottles. The other option you have, let's just say, I'm just going to save this presentation, 15th December 2022. Go ahead and click save. So if you say, for example, okay, I'm going to create a 1 kilogram batch, and then I'm going to have 10 bottles, and then my production time is going to be 30 minutes for all 10 bottles, then you have, of course, a little bit of a different scenario because now you can have this price here for 10 bottles and it comes down to $29.14 or 28 because you probably want to take away the shipping. So you're at $28 instead of $39. So there's a big difference to creating multiple products or just creating one product because the time involved most likely will be pretty much the same as you would be producing 20 products. So it's something you really want to consider in your production costs. And this is our new feature. And I hope you like it. I hope it's helpful. And let us know in the comments. Any kind of feedback is always appreciated. You know that. And our email address is hello@blendprecisely.io. I talk to you soon. Bye.